My name is Sabrina Gonzalez, and I'm your social worker today.
Nice to meet you, Sabrina. My name is Alfredo Morales.
Okay, Mr. Morales, what do you prefer to be called?
Alfredo's fine.
Alfredo? Okay, Alfredo. Please have a seat. So, Alfredo, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
A little bit about myself. I grew up in Arlington, Texas. I'm a first generation American. Both of my parents are from Mexico. Growing up, a big battle that I had to fight was to be able to learn English and understand the language and pretty much the cultural norms. My parents are from Mexico, so when I came home, it was pretty much a Mexican culture. And the things that helped me deal with that were athletics, being involved in sports, being around teammates, friends, and interacting with them on a daily basis helped me learn the language better. It helped me my social skills, and sports pretty much have always been a big part of my life. Since I was a little kid, sports, I've always been a part of a team. Little league, junior high, high school, and eventually even college. I played football at Texas Tech. I was there for the past 5 years. Started 38 games. Pretty much lived out a dream that I've always looked forward to my whole life. Since I was a little kid, being a Division I athlete was a big part of my life, and I was able to do that. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm currently a teacher and coach at Estacado High School here in Lubbock, Texas.
Okay, so can you tell me about what your current situation is?
Currently, I think what I'm dealing with is letting go of my past, not necessarily identity, but life. Being an athlete, especially at the Division I level, I pretty much got told what to do, what to eat, what class to take. At this time, be here. I had that structure. I always had practice. Always had tutorials. Always had to go eat. Always had to do something. I always had something to look forward to. Obviously, being a Division I athlete in a small town like Lubbock, people admire you. People look up to you. You get to go out there and play football in front of thousands of people, and just that, I guess that feeling of accomplishment, just feeling important, is not carrying over to what I'm currently doing. What I currently do now is which is being a teacher and a coach. I miss being a player. I dwell in the past, and so I'm almost feeling depressed that I'm no longer playing. If that makes any sense.
Okay, so you're saying the loss of that part of your life has made you depressed and sad because you're struggling letting it go.
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about your role as a coach and what you do, the responsibilities that come with that?
A lot of similarities to being a player, as far as you still have that competitiveness, you still have a game to look forward to, but now it's just the other side. Now, as a coach, you take responsibility for the players, when they do good, when they do bad, and it falls back on you. You have to go to meetings at the high school level. You have to take kids home. You have to teach. You have to do laundry. You have to pass out equipment, and all those things that you have to do in high school keep me busy. I think the more I do it, the more I'm starting to realize that maybe it's not so bad. I have structure, I have something to look forward to, but at the same time, I still have those moments where I look back and think, man, I wish I was still playing. Man, I still wish I was still part of a team, especially at Texas Tech. I wish I was still back with some of my best friends, which I no longer get to see as much because I have to work.
Okay, so I think that the best thing that we can do to help you is do the task-centered model. Task-centered model, which is basically going to focus on the problems that you're going to come up with that you think are the most concerning. And in this model, it's going to emphasize that you have the power to change, and you have the power to change everything in your life. So this is also going to emphasize how I can help you. In this model, I'll be here to aid you, but you're going to change and do everything pretty much for yourself because you have that power.
Okay.
So the themes of this are that, like I said, you have the ability to solve your own problems. And you're going to be able to prioritize what you think are the most concerning, like I said earlier. And my reasoning behind this is that it's going to help you with your issues of role performance, which I think you are having since you are having trouble adjusting to your new role as a coach and letting go of your previous identity as a player. So, with that being said, I think that we should come up with at least 2 goals and then try to meet them with some tasks. So that's how this model works. So we're gonna create goals, and then we're gonna have specific tasks that kind of target meeting those goals. So, can we come up with the goals? 2 goals as of right now.
I think we could do that.
So, one goal could be, I would recommend letting go of your previous role as an ex-player, right? Letting go of your previous role as a collegiate athlete, right?
Mhm.
Do you agree with that? Do you have any?
No, I think that's a good goal. I think
It's a good goal
Mhm.
because it addresses your problem.
Yeah.
And then goal 2 would be embrace your new role as a coach, because you were saying you were struggling with that.
Mhm.
Okay, now I think that we should come up with specific tasks to kind of meet these goals or help meet these goals. So, is there something that you think that you should do that would help you, let's say, go meet the second goal, which would be embrace your new role as a coach?
I think one thing I could do for that is just do something as easy as just pick up the phone and just call some mentors of mine, some former players who are now coaches, or just even coaches from the district that have been in the game for 20, 30, 25 years that have experienced this or have gone through the trials and errors of coaching, and just getting feedback from them, just talking to them, taking their advice. I think another thing I could do is attend a coaches clinic. Coaches clinic is pretty much where coaches get together. I could go meet new coaches and learn different strategies and learn how coaches approach certain things. Maybe I could take away something, or maybe realize that maybe I'm doing something wrong and it's affecting my performance or how I feel about a certain aspect of it. So maybe doing one of those 2 things will help me.
Okay, so we can say a very general task would be you calling your buddies so you can do some research on good coaching strategies, right?
Mhm.
And like you said, a specific task could be you attending a coaching seminar, like you said, or coaches clinic as you called it.
Mhm.
So we need another task to address your first goal, which was letting go of your previous role of being a student athlete. So what do you think that we should do on that one? A very general task.
Okay, I think a general task for that would be just maybe going to a collegiate event, maybe going to a game at Texas Tech and getting to see the other side of just being a fan. I'm so used to being a player, and I miss that aspect of it so much that maybe I don't quite understand that. Okay, maybe being a fan, maybe just being a spectator has just as much joy or as much or brings just as much happiness as being a player. So maybe if I experience that and go tailgate, go with my friends or my girlfriend, maybe that will shine a new light into the fact that, okay, maybe being a fan and not being a player is not so bad after all.
Okay, so can we agree that a general task could be attend a collegiate event, and a specific task would be, like you said, attend a Texas Tech game and observe as a fan and not a player?
Yeah, sounds good.
So do you think that there'd be any barriers to this? Like maybe you have a time barrier, financial barrier,
I think
health
I
issue?
think the biggest barrier for me to do both of those would be time. Like I said, I'm currently a teacher and coach, and I work Monday through Friday, and maybe sometimes even Saturday, Sunday. So just finding the time would be difficult for me. But I think I could get it done. I think I could get it done here in town. Texas Tech plays every Saturday, so I'm pretty sure I could find my way to a game, and I could pick up the phone and call a couple coaches from the district. I mean, I think I could get those tasks done pretty easy.
Okay, so those wouldn't be too difficult.
No.
And can you tell me what are the benefits you think are of completing these tasks? How would this benefit you?
I mean, I think they'll benefit me mainly just because maybe they'll shine a new light and help me just inch one step closer to achieving both of my goals. I mean, you never know. I mean, you never know who you could talk to or meet or learn a new, I guess, method or just experiencing something at a game. You never know if that little thing could affect you and pretty much make me accept my new role and forget my past identity, my past life. And you just never know. So maybe I could take away just being one step closer towards my goal. If that makes any sense. I'm sorry.
No, that makes complete sense. No, that makes complete sense. So after that, because I feel like you're actually you're really serious about this. Can you tell me how, from a scale of 1 to 10, can you tell me your readiness to actually complete these, how eager you are to complete these tasks? From 1 to 10, if you rate
I
it.
think I'm fully bought in. I think I'm at a 10.
Out of 10?
Mhm.
And can you tell me how you know you're out of 10?
I think I'm at a 10 just because, I mean, I feel it at work and it's easy to see, and I realize it that it's hard to be fully committed, full-heartedly and bought in into doing something like teaching and coaching, which is such a stressful and demanding job that it's hard to be bought in if I'm still thinking about the past or dwelling on something that I used to do. And I think that's holding me back just a little bit, just enough to where it affects my current situation. And I think that's why I'm fully bought in. I want to let that go and be fully bought in and enjoy work. And I don't want to think about that past life anymore, even though it was important to me and it was a big part of my life.
Yeah.
I want to use that as experience to help young men instead of it affecting me in a negative way.
Okay, so from what I can gather, you're basically saying out with the old and in with the new.
Mhm.
Okay, so can you tell me, do you think that we should add any more tasks, like maybe add attending another collegiate event or just a very general task that you think would help?
Not necessarily. I think the two tasks we have are good for now for the time being. I think I'll be able to get those done. I think attending 2 games would be a little bit too much just because, like I said, I'm still working. I still have to go to work and practice and stuff. So I think what we have now in place is good enough.
Okay, and so I think right now it's important to establish a time period of when you should have these complete. So do you think a week is fair enough? You think that is enough time? Or do you need a little bit more?
I think I could get it done in a week. I mean,
In a week?
yeah, I mean, all I have to do is pick up the phone and Tech plays here this weekend, so I'm pretty sure I can make my way to the stadium and watch that.
Okay, so we can agree. It's a week.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you think that, okay, so now we're at the part of our session where we should set a